take you to Kimberley now, and that's where that memorial service was held. It has since concluded. The ANC MPs, including members of the party, remembering Tina Joemat-Pettersson. Let's speak now to Ziyanda Ngcobo, and she was in attendance at this memorial service. Ziyanda, good morning to you once again. As we conclude the show, talk to us about just some of the speakers that stood out for you as Tina Joemat-Pettersson was remembered.
Well, Xoli, I do have to correct you a little bit there. So it was the first leg of the memorial, which was the ANC Women's League commemoration. And as you crossed over to us, I'm sure you would have seen the visuals there. And that was the family of the late ANC MP Tina Joemat-Pettersson walking out of the holding room, because from around 12 o'clock then we'll have the ANC's leg of the program where they'll be taking over. I've spotted the Northern Cape's ANC chair and Premier Zamani Saul. I've spotted Barbara Creasy, the Environmental Affairs Minister, and of course the first and second Deputy Secretary Generals in the form of Nomvula Mokonyane and Marupini Ramokgopa. In fact, let's try and bring in Nomvula Mokonyane, who was standing behind me not too long ago, and we're going to bring her closer because Mam Nomvula Mokonyane, you're live on Newzroom Afrika. Thank you for your time. Let's just bring you closer, and we know that the ANC's leg of the program is about to get underway. Just talk to us about the life of Tina Joemat-Pettersson.
Thank you very much for joining us. And once more, want to convey our sincere condolences to the family of Comrade Tina who are here today, including the Joemat elders who have traveled throughout the Cape to be here in Kimberley this morning, to Comrade Tina's kids, the two boys, and everybody who has been affected by the sudden loss of Comrade Tina. I've known Tina when I was still a young woman in the 80s, working together with her in the Youth Congress, serving together with her in the women's movement. I was in the Federation of Transvaal Women. Comrade Tina and them were here, active in the women's movement. She was also very involved in the struggles of communities at that time through the United Democratic Front. We grew up and we again interacted when Comrade Tina was a leader of the South African Democratic Teachers Union. At that time I had also been a leader of the Commercial Catering and Allied Workers Union of South Africa, which is now known as SACAU. We both were involved in the rebuilding of the South African Communist Party after the unbanning, and I was the organizer in the Communist Party, and we were also put in the interim leadership group. And then when the party was launched here in the Northern Cape, Comrade Tina became a chairperson, a provincial chair of the South African Communist Party, has also been a treasurer of the South African Communist Party. And she's also done a lot of community work in this community, not only just as a member of the ANC, but just as a community and a resident of the Northern Cape. She's done a great deal of work in the informal settlements and the colored communities of the Western Cape. And we've had a relationship of, a sisterhood with all its dynamics. And I'm quite grateful that even in her last days, Tina was able to talk to me.
And speaking of sisterhood, because one of the things that Angie Motshekga reflected on during her speech was the fact that she was a warm and friendly person, but also saying that is such a warm and friendly person to the extent that, their children became friends, and that when the news of the passing of Tina Joemat-Pettersson came through, her son sent a message to Terence, which is Joemat-Pettersson's son, and he had said, look, they just need space because they're in shock. So she was basically saying that the rumors of the ANC being snubbed are not true. What are your reflections, in particular after what we saw yesterday with Busisiwe Mkhwebane saying that the ANC-led government has blood on its hands?
I think I can put it on record. One, that the family of Tina has always embraced the African National Congress. It's totally not true that anyone from the ANC has been turned away by the family. Our leader, Comrade Ngcobo, together with her husband, Comrade Charles Ngcobo, spent almost 3 hours with the family in Cape Town. We were in Cape Town. We spent almost 2 to 3 hours with the family. We have been in touch with the kids to an extent where we even had our president talking to the boys. I don't know what the public protector is talking about. And by the way, I was not even watching because I was here with the family again. So we have been with the family. I would not want to be told by anybody about the relationship between Tina and Tina's family and the ANC. It's a warm relationship. We've been with the family. The elders are here. The sisters are here. The brother is here. Her nieces and nephews are here. And as the family has required, we must all give them the space to bury Comrade Tina privately. So we would not want to be dragged into things where a dead person will never come and tell her side. And we are really appealing that for now we be afforded the space to celebrate, and everybody must come and hear our side of the Tina we know.
All right, that's Nomvula Mokonyane. She is the acting Secretary General of the ANC. Of course, she's ordinarily just the first Deputy Secretary General. You heard it there, Xoli. Not the first time that Nomvula Mokonyane is saying we do not want to be dragged into this insofar as being drawn into allegations of what may have happened to Tina Joemat-Pettersson. It's a line that has been consistent since her passing last weekend. We can expect that this memorial is likely to have lots of shades and colors insofar as her life, but as well what's been taking place in the political arena around the name of Tina Joemat-Pettersson.